okay, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it just seems like, even if we have all this regulation, how are we truly going to regulate who enters the country and who doesn't? I think we've just come to the point where no one has no idea what, like, it's just...
It's one of those things you can just talk circles, you know, talk yourself into circles with.
Even if we had more information, I think we still run into the same problem. We just keep on going in circles.
So it doesn't just take a reformation of the immigration system, it's going to take a full-scale reformation of all the systems in America that...
It really would, it really would.
Yeah.
Because everything is so intertwined, and it's like...
I think that's
so all the checks and balances, if you change something here, you have to change something here.
That's why Arizona gave up, and they're just like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, screw it, you don't want to
like,
do it.
they don't even want, they're too lazy to figure the right answer. They're just like, get the hell out of my country state. I don't want to deal with you.
But that sort of mindset creates what happened. Like,
no, I know. I'm not saying it's right.
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying, like, the reaction to that is it's not... Their choice was not a positive one.
I think that maybe other countries should maybe do more to keep their citizens in their country. Why is it up to us? I'm just saying.
We're the land of opportunity.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I know they're trying to get here, but wouldn't it benefit them to keep their citizens in their country?
No.
How so? Like, I mean, if they us allowing so many, like, you know, allowing all of this immigration to occur is making other countries lazy and not wanting to keep the citizens there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I just think
because with the prohibition of drugs...
Why are they going to want to put money into programs if they know their people aren't going to stay there? If the people are just going to get up and leave, why are they going to want to put money into programs that is supposed to help their citizens?
So you're suggesting that other countries build walls?
I'm suggesting that they reform something. Everybody has to reform something. It can't just be us doing all the work.
And I don't think we are the only ones reforming. I think this is going to be a cycle. I think it's going to be like this. Everyone wants to come to America right now. But 300 years down the road, we're all going to want to go to France because France is going to have it figured out and America's going to be shitty because we didn't know how to deal with the immigration problem. And it's just going to be a cycle.
I mean, sure.
I'm predicting the future. I'm putting on YouTube and then people are going to find this.
I really do think that, you know, it should be a collaborative thing between all the countries.
As much as you would love for it to be a collaborative
I know
thing.
it can. I know.
That's what the UN's for, right?
I was going to say, the UN.
United Nations.
Do we belong to the United Nations?
Yeah.
Does Mexico belong to the United Nations?
Wait.
Yeah.
I thought to belong to the United Nations, didn't you have to not have the death penalty and you're the abolitionist? Oh, okay. Alright. Wrong.
Okay, so I think we just, all the countries need to get together and decide on an immigration thing because it's like...
Get to work, Maria.
That ain't gonna happen.
I know, but I mean, if you think about it, like...
What are you gonna do? Like... Are you gonna ask Mexico to put its National Guard on standby?
Okay, but then
you're asking everyone else to reform. Well, where does our reform start?
I'm saying we have to reform too. Everybody has to reform.
I'm saying we can only worry about our own country. We can't demand that other countries reform.
No, I mean within the country someone has to. I'm not saying like tell them to reform.
Well, I know, but you just can't expect them to, and they're not going to.
Okay, my other thought on immigration, it's a random one that just popped in my head, is like, how are we going to tell people not to go somewhere? How are you going to just tell them, you have to stay here?
Easy. Blam!
Do you know what I mean? Is that an imposition on your personal human rights?
What do you
to
mean?
have control over where you go? Are they saying, it's like your parents telling you can't go?
It is, but are we a country that respects human rights?
Well, it's
we're supposed to.
It's just a question. I mean, I don't know.
It's like a thought that I had about Arizona. It's almost like I know I have thoughts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please share.
I read it down too. It's pretty nice. It's like it's very small. Small. It's a very small notebook.
Alright, space with you.
But calm down, Catherine. It reminded me about Arizona, and it's almost like a crude form of martial law. Trying to regulate who goes where, or trying to deport them and everything. Well, what are they going to do with you as citizens next? Like you said, how are they going to control where we go? I mean, are we talking just on a country level, or are we talking now on a state level? Especially with Arizona, does the Texas legislation want Texans to go to Arizona still?
Yeah.
You know how they're going to take this? They're going to take... Did y'all see that movie Machete?
No, I didn't see it.
If you're brown, you're going down. That's how it's going to be approached. Like, not only by the state, but...
I'm so glad I'm white.
You can go back.
But the militias are also going to take part of it, and the states aren't going to reprimand them as hard as they will an illegal immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I mean, I think it's an issue that needs to be, like, we need to start looking at and start finding a resolution for it. But I don't think it needs to be at Arizona. I think they're taking it to the extreme approach.
Here's a question: a criminal, illegal immigrant. Not only has he crossed the border illegally and made his way into America, but he gets caught committing a burglary or an armed robbery or something like that. How should he be judged? Should he be judged based on the American judicial system, or should he be kicked out? And
How do they do that? Don't they charge you?
Well, now they charge you for crossing illegally and for whatever crime you committed. Because before, like, even if they caught you
I know,
crossing,
but
they
do
would just
they-
send you back.
but
And
do
you
they-
had another chance. It's like a
But do
video.
they?
So does the incarceration occur here or in
I
Mexico?
think it occurs in Mexico. I don't think it occurs.
No, it happens here. It happens here. They keep you here.
They keep you in jail here.
Yeah.
No, but
No, they keep you here. I have an aunt. I
Holy
have an aunt.
shit.
Here we go.
Okay, no, I'm bringing in my experiences to this. She's not even my aunt. She's my mom's aunt. But what happened was,
So she's your great.
yeah, she's my great aunt. She was arrested and she wasn't a citizen, and so what they did, they incarcerated her, and they actually kept her in our prison system.
Oh, see, I could have sworn they took you back to the.
No, what do they do when they get out?
They deport them, don't they?
They deported. They take them to Mexico. And then she got another chance to come, and they caught her. And then she goes. Do you know what I mean? It's just like if they're gonna want to come, they're gonna try to come.
Mm-hmm.
And if they make it, they make it. If they don't, they don't. But what happens before, they didn't have any consequences to it. They would just send them back, and then they did this whole reform to where you do jail time for trying to come over if they catch you.
Okay, see, I feel like maybe it should be jail time if you like see that you are a criminal. I don't know. Like that's hard because I mean, you do need consequence. I don't know.
Does that apply to all crimes, just like small crimes, or like big crimes like murder or something?
Yeah,
like
if you
that?
murder someone, okay, can you murder someone and then you put, if you're a legal immigrant, murder and then you put to death?
I don't know,
Yeah.
Like,
Do we even have the right to do that?
yeah,
because
they're not our citizens.
they
you don't
didn't
have the
partake in
right.
our social contract.
I have no idea.
See, that's why it gets complicated, because we have these rules and laws against them, being part of our society, but yet when it comes to punishment, we fully take on that responsibility to punish them.
Because we're a cool nation.
Filling up our prison systems with more nonviolent offenders.
Yeah, but we do need to make a statement, I don't know, that sounds so bad, like make
That
a
is
statement.
really bad.
I know, but I mean, she's right. Like, if
What are
we
you gonna do,
don't want
set
them
them
to
straight?
come over, then
Well, okay, I guess it's this way, because they come illegally. It's illegal in America to come over without proper documentation, but it's not illegal in Mexico. So if they send you back to Mexico, you're not a criminal there, right?
I don't
But
know.
you're a criminal here. So then that way we'd have to arrest you here because they wouldn't hold you to that. You know what I'm saying?
I think
you
you're
just come
right.
back.
Because
And that's why we hold them here.
Well, let's think about it on a smaller scale too. I mean, if you commit a crime in Texas, are you still a criminal in, say, like New Mexico or something like that?
But that's a nation, like that. There's when you think
You're
of
still
it.
not
You mean felonies don't
Well, I mean,
transfer
like,
to states?
felonies, but like smaller crimes.
That's
Misdemeanors,
kind of like-
misdemeanors
that-
rarely transfer over. Like,
have y'all ever seen in
Countywide.
movies like when they commit a crime, they try to flee the country before they get caught? So like, if you flee the country and you're not in the country, then I think you're somewhat.
And I
safe
think
in
that's
it.
why we keep them in our jail system. Because it's not. See what I'm telling you? Everybody has to reform. Everybody has to do something in order for this problem to be fixed.
AKA jail system reform too.
So there you go. Back to the jail
I am
system
all for
reform.
drug reform. Get nonviolent offenders out of our prison systems.
There has to be a lot of reform. I never thought about it. There has to be a lot of reform in the jail system, in the political
I know.
system, in our government.
See, I'm so naive to all this. Like, I just live my little bubble thinking nothing affects me.
When everything affects you.
Yeah, like it's all gonna catch up to us one day if we don't start doing something now.
And
Yep.
it's just we have to sit and ponder what exactly it is that we have to do and what the problem really is.
That's why we elect politicians to do this thinking.
But do they really do the thinking?
I
or
don't
do they
know.
Just do
It's
the
just a
taking?
lot of thinking for me to do.
Do they do the thinking or do they do the placating? Do they do the dance that makes them the most money and gets them the most
Well,
popularity vote? Is it about
Would you rather have them do the hard, mean thing or you do the hard, mean thing? I'd rather pin it on someone else.
Okay, but are they doing the right thing?
Well, I never
Are they
said
actually
did the right
benefiting us?
thing. I
Though?
don't know.
but you condone it?